Hi, welcome to NetP Invest. A short video, relatively speaking, I'll do for Nitro's Appendix 4C. So for disclosure purposes, I'm a shareholder of this company, so Nitro Software. They only IPO'd just over a year ago, so not a lot of history, but since I am an owner, I have had a quick look at it. I thought I'd just put a video out on it. So this is the operating cash flow. So they do have a market cap, something like $580 million. That's fairly high, but they are, I suppose, maybe not a market darling, but there's a lot of interest in this company from fund managers and whatnot, just because of what they do and the promise of the company. And I probably will do a video of a more in-depth video of Nitro in the future, just because I am a holder and I'll probably just want to discuss why I'm holding this company. So in this 4C, we did see they have receipts of 11.6 million. And the next column there, next to the current column, which I haven't got here, but 30.7 is 9 months to date. So their reporting year is 6 months out from most of the rest of the ASX companies. So they finished their year in December instead of in June. Anyway, so positive cash flow in operations to the tune of 384,000. That's a slight, good little tick there. And negative cash flow of 824 for the 9 months to date. As I mentioned before, they've only been IPO'd about just over a year ago, so they've only got 4 quarters of a history here, so you can't take much away from this. If you take away the first quarter there's a very slight uptrend at play here. But with the analyzed recurring revenue and whatnot, we should expect that to slowly increase during or over time. Some of the little details in their reports are nothing substantial enough for me to talk about here. They do have $44 million in cash and no debt. That's what you should expect in this sort of company, no debt. And they did mention that the guidance they're giving for the financial year 20 is above prospectus guide or forecast. So that's a good sign. That's probably one of the reasons why the share price has been going up. So when you IPO, when a company IPOs, they give out some sort of guidance in the prospectus, and whenever they beat that guidance, you usually see the share price run a bit. So revenue of 40.5, so all these numbers in dollars and millions. Revenue 40.5, subscription analyzed recurring revenue 26 to 27. And operating EBITDA and EBITDA are both negative, but that's something you would expect, usually anyway, with this sort of company, initially, in early stages of their life. As I mentioned before, the share price has run a fair bit since June or July. So it's gone from about $1.50 all the way up to just above $3. So now, it's gone up 100% in 4 or so months. So I think the weakness in share price over the last week or so, the overall market's been fairly weak. In fact, I did read something earlier today that this week looks like it's going to be the biggest weekly loss since April. I think the previous week was one of the biggest gains in a while too. So can't read anything into these short-term price movements in the markets, but that's probably one of the reasons why Nitro has just been a little bit weak in their share price the last week. You could also see some profit taking being done, just because I think there's going to be a few shareholders. I think Australian Ethical Funds, AEF, has taken some profits off or decreased their holdings. I did remember seeing a substantial holder announcement or change in substantial holding announcement from AEF. But anyway, this is a nice uptrend, looking uptrend in the share price. So I am a shareholder, as I mentioned, and it is in my long-term portfolio, so I hope to hold Nitro Software for as long as possible, ride this trend as long as possible, 5, 10, hopefully 20 years. They might get bought out in the meantime, or if everything goes to plan, they could be a significantly larger company by that time period. So that's all I've got on Nitro Software. Leave a comment if you've got any questions or you're a shareholder and you've got any thoughts about the Appendix 4C. Otherwise, just to let you know, I'm not a professional advisor. So if you do need some sort of professional advice for your own financial situation, make sure you seek out a financial advisor who is credited or accredited anyway. So that's all for this video. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.